still, anyway.
Anyways, welcome to Hit or Miss, guys. I'm your host, Night Strike, and I've got an interesting panel this evening. We got some new people, we got some regular people, and then we got Foos. So,
Hi.
So Foos, make your introductions.
Hi, I'm Foos.
Awesome.
Sagittarius.
All right, Gary, what's going on?
Actually, I'm an Aries, so deal with it. I'm shut up.
Gary, you there, buddy?
Yes, I am here.
All right, give them the bird.
Indeed, and this is the dawning of the age of Aquarius.
Ooh.
Oh, God. He had to make the joke. All right. Next up, we got everyone's favorite Marylander. We've got David Boland, Kingpin. What's going on?
Dave's not here.
Dave's not here? Okay.
What's up, guys? How's everybody?
Let us know when Dave gets in.
I get the joke. It's me, Dave.
And as you can see his ceiling, we've got Michael Taylor from Florida Carrier, too.
Oh, yeah. Living the dream today at work. So
yeah.
I cut in and out, man. I'm at work scrubbing stuff right now.
Well, good luck with that scrub.
Yeah, thanks. I'd rather be cleaning a gun right now.
I think everyone.
Wait. You clean guns?
Well, every now and again. I mean, you have to realize I open carry near salt water.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Is it just me, or does Midnight's voice sound strange?
That's not Midnight Range TM. That's Michael Taylor from Florida Carry.
It's solo out here today.
So we got everybody's favorite Spring Hill shooter. I mean Sandhills shooter.
Oh my God.
What's going on, John?
Well, Gary has the dawning of the age of Aquarius. I actually put a fencing on my garden and then built a little roof over it. That is the awning of my cage of asparagus.
Oh, nice.
Expected that one. That's good.
Hey, I got a million of them. Thanks, folks. I'm here all week. Try the veal. Thanks for the invite. You can find humor that quality and worse on my channel. Go check it out. Not right now, though. In an hour.
All right. And last but not least, we have our favorite Smexitude co-host, Travis P11.
It's a lot of pressure, man. A lot of pressure. Hey, guys. How you doing? This is Travis P11. Check out my channel over on gunchannels.com. It's called Caliber Corner. Little podcast we do on Thursday nights from 5 to 7 Central Time, 6 to 8 East Coast Time. A little bit of everything on my channel, Travis P11. So make sure you check it out over on YouTube. Thanks, man.
All right. No problem. And, guys, again, I'm your host, Night Strike, and I just want to remind everyone that once I get to 1,000 subscribers, I'm giving away a lower builds kit for an AR-15. So, do what you if you can help me get to 1,000 subscribers, please do, so I can give that stuff away because I don't want to be holding on to it forever. Because if I do, I'm just going to build another AR-15. And we don't want that.
How far away are you?
So.
How far are you from 1,000?
I literally need about, I don't know, 40 something. I don't know. I'm at 964.
Cool. I'll plug you here after I go live on my channel.
That's what
964. I need I don't know. Do the
I guess
math.
I can mute my microphone. Sorry, I'm doing some gun thing here.
Do you want 963?
No, I would prefer 36 more. Anyways, again though, as I said, I won't send that lower build kit to a communist state. So if you do win and you are in a communist state, I do have a consolation prize for you. So
Why can't you send it? Why can't you send it to a communist state?
Because I don't want to get arrested.
No, I mean I didn't think parts kits like stuff like that.
You say that, but I've looked it up and I don't want to take the chance.
Okay.
I like my freedom. Okay. I just like my freedom. I know it's weird, but that's how it is.
Yeah, as
All right,
long as
guys.
you don't break any laws, then you wouldn't be in any trouble. I mean, I live in a communist state, but you can send the lower to me. I'm not going to enter the contest, but
Yeah, no, I'm not sending a lure. I'm sending a lower parts kit.
oh well, that's even easier.
It might be illegal because I think I don't know, but I may throw a 30-round magazine.
Well, all right, now you
never
got a
mind.
problem.
That's the point.
Congratulations, everybody.
That was the surprise. But I guess you guys just ruined it. So
Yeah.
but blame the panel for the ruining it for everyone. So.
Screw it.
Hey.
Just blame me. I'm used to it.
That's what we're here for, to ruin the show.
Yeah, you ruined it. So
And to spend each other's money.
yeah, right, of course. So we got a couple topics tonight to talk about. Which one do you guys want to get into first? Do you want to talk about the Trouble in Paradise, the NRA? Do you want to talk about Spartacus?
Actually,
Or
that NRA shit, I'm like so over that. It just needs to implode already. And it's just, I'm sick of hearing it.
you're sick of hearing it, but I'm not, because it on its own it's imploding already. So
Right. It just needs to hurry up and finish.
we're in the downward spiral. That's all I can say.
Well, it needs to hit the drain.
Right. It needs to hit the road, Jack.
Don't you come back no more.
Exactly. I'm glad you got that. But yeah, well, we're gonna talk about it, and we may just gloss that one over. So, you know what? Why don't we talk about the Second Amendment Foundation, the CCRKBA, and the JPFO filed joint amicus brief in New York to challenge the New York gun law. So,
Is this the 7-round magazine, or
they
they have a new gun law?
I think this is the law that they were trying to subjugate. They were trying to obfuscate the Second Amendment entirely. It's that one.
Oh, I didn't know they had one like that.
Yeah. So, gun owners are watching. New York State Rifle and Pistol Association versus New York. Versus City of New York. Very closely. The case has potential, if it goes the way many observers, even those on the anti-gun left, anticipate, to be a landmark gun rights decision on the order of the Heller and McDonald cases. The Second Amendment Foundation, the Citizens Committee for the Right to Keep and Bear Arms, and Jews for the Preservation of Firearms Ownership have filed an amicus brief in support of the plaintiff's challenge to the New York City's unconstitutional gun control law. Here's their press release. Bellevue. I don't know why it's coming out of Bellevue, Washington, but all right. I think they meant to say Bellevue, New York, because there's. Well, I don't know. I honestly don't know. But the Second Amendment Foundation and Citizens Committee for the Right to Keep and Bear Arms have been joined by 4 other gun rights groups in an amicus curiae brief to the United States Supreme Court in support of a challenge to New York City's restrictive handgun law that prohibits handguns licensed in the city to be taken outside the home. That's the one in particular.
So didn't the Supreme Court say that if you can't, or maybe a district court saying that if you restrict it outside the home, you have to have open carry, or you have to have constitutional carry?
Exactly,
like
but you know how hard it is to get a carry license in New York. You literally have to be Donald Trump.
Right.
Pre-President Trump.
Right.
Okay. No. You have to be. What was it? The apprentice Trump, in order to get the carry license. Then. Anyways, joining the Second Amendment Foundation and the Citizens Committee for the Right to Keep and Bear Arms are Jews for the Preservation of Firearms Ownership, the Independence Institute, Millennial Policy Center, and professors of Second Amendment law. They are supporting a lawsuit filed by the New York State Rifle and Pistol Association and 3 private citizens against the New York City law. The case has been accepted for review by the Supreme Court, which is a milestone in itself, since they haven't heard a gun case in 9 years.
Wow.
I'm not kidding. Look it up.
9 years.
9 years. That's a long time.
Oh, for any kind of gun law.
No, for hearing any kind of gun case.
Oh wow.
Any type of a lawsuit or litigation case hasn't been heard by the Supreme Court for 9 years.
Wow. And they say it's looking good for this case too.
So almost a
New
decade.
York needs a big change right now with their gun law.
So, and if this one gets if they rule in favor of the plaintiffs, then New York City and New York, literally the entire country, even it could use it as precedence and could push a lot of anti-gun laws out the window. So, in the brief prepared by attorneys Joseph Greenlee with the Millennial Policy Center and David Koppel from the Independence Institute, the AMICI organizations contend that strict scrutiny should apply to this case, which amounts to a ban on self-defense for law-abiding citizens. They also contend that the city's ban on most travel by citizens with their own handguns is a severe burden on the exercise of their rights. In their brief, Koppel and Greenlee remind the High Court that despite the court's declaration that the Second Amendment is not a second-class right to be singled out for special and specifically unfavorable treatment, several lower courts have boldly admitted doing so. The New York case affords an opportunity to the Supreme Court to correct that. Again, this is them speaking on this, they have said, our groups joined in this single amicus brief because it lays out in a powerful and compelling way how the Second Amendment is still being treated like an unwanted stepchild by lower courts, despite language in the Heller and McDonald rulings in 2008 and 2010, said Second Amendment founder and Executive Vice President Alan Gottlieb. New York's draconian gun law treats the right protected by the Second Amendment as if it were a strictly regulated government privilege, which it's not. It's a right, a God-given right that is constitutionally protected. We're delighted to join these other groups in this brief. The Supreme Court, he added, it is the first Second Amendment case to be accepted by the High Court in nearly a decade, as I said earlier. And its significance cannot be overstated. We believe the city's gun law is an affront to the Constitution and both the Heller and McDonald rulings, which it is. It really is. The Second Amendment Foundation is the nation's oldest and largest tax-exempt education, research, publishing, and legal action group focusing on the constitutional right and heritage. Privately owned and possessed firearms, founded in 1974. The foundation has grown to more than 650,000 members and supporters, conducts many programs designed to better inform the public about the consequences of gun control. And that's it for the article. So let's discuss it. What do you guys think?
Hey, I'll jump in.
Answer all at once.
I'll jump in. I'm here.
Okay. On the article, though.
Well, I can say this: Second Amendment Foundation was set up at NRA annual meeting. I seen an interview with another YouTuber, which I know, but I'm like, wow, I was amazed that they let them set up there. But honestly, speaking of the Second Amendment Foundation, all that's going on with the NRA, I think we all groups and we need to get together. We better get our poop in a group here. Anyway, yeah, I'm saying hi. I'm sorry. I come in. I'm hearing bits and pieces.
Travis, give us your take on this.
It sounds like they got a pretty powerful alignment of groups that are pushing for this or to fight it. But what about appeals? Who are we going to be fighting against? Okay, so it's going to go to the Supreme Court, but at that point, are we finally going to have a decision that's going to be it all, end it all, or not?
Well, it all depends on which circuit.
See, that's just it. Do we have any idea at this point? Do we know?
It's New York, so
yeah.
New York.
I mean, I don't want to say it's a lost cause. Sounds like they've got some really good, some pretty powerful groups and some decent representation on this one.
I think New York, the New York is the Second Circuit Court.
Is there any support from the NRA on this one at all?
No, not yet. Not at all yet. No.
Well, maybe once it starts, and then they'll kick in, and we can get a little more backup. But
maybe once they win one, then the NRA will come in and say, "Hey, it's great that we back this and that you guys won." Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say that out loud?
Well, I mean, I would, myself included, I'd like to see a little more active local support from the NRA. And we've been saying that for years now. I mean, not that they don't, but they should have been the first ones in there helping these groups out and setting it up. And,
to me, Travis, the NRA and what they do for training and all that's great.
Yeah.
That we need the NRA as much as we go, oh man, we're looking at GOA and all. We still need them. What happened with Alan West saying Wayne LaPierre? Y'all seen that yet? And I'm like, interesting. And if you follow,
we haven't talked about that yet, but we're
okay, we'll get there. But honestly, we need them. We need all these gun organizations. We need them all to get together, all to get on the same page. And you said 9 years that thing's been sitting. Are you kidding me? 9 years, really?
Which tells you how stacked the government is to one side.
Yeah, and it's been sitting there because it's a gun rights thing, and they're going, oh well, we'll just shelf it for a minute. We'll put it over there.
9 years later, hey.
Yeah, exactly. And
get this passed before I retire, Yeah.
And honestly, really, if more of the organizations were on the same page and we're saying, why is that sitting for 9 years? If they all were saying that, maybe it wouldn't have sat for 9 years. Maybe.
Yeah.
So
yeah, exactly.
For the Supreme Court, it would still have been sitting for 9 years.
Yeah, because
yeah.
The problem is the Supreme Court justices pick what cases should take precedence first, and unfortunately, when the sides are, and I don't like to make this political, but this has been the case more so with the Democrats than it has been the Republicans, and I know the Republicans are no better, but when there are more leftists, Democrats that are appointed to the Supreme Court justice, and there are more of them than conservatives, they're always going to go to whatever the Democratic Party line is going to say, unfortunately. And since the party line is, anti-gun, they're going to make decisions, they're going to make anti-gun decisions, and they're going to make, they're going to decide whether they really want to hear a case or not. And more often than not, they don't want to hear a case because they don't want to challenge the states because the states are imposing anti-gun laws.
It's funny you say that they'll just follow the party, and it's so funny because where I live,
true.
There used to be a lot of auto manufacturers in this area, and then NAFTA came through and it killed a lot. But a lot of these UAW guys, they will just vote Democrat because they're looking out for us and blah blah blah, and they
They ain't
realize
looking out for Democrat.
they don't realize they're being buffaloed, and they
A
don't realize
Democratic
that
politician is
Yeah.
only looking out for one person, numero uno.
if
They
they're
don't
not
give. They don't
if
give
they're not
two.
kissing babies, they're stealing their lollipops.
No, they're not just stealing their lollipops. They're also stealing their college fund.
That's
And
the
the
difference.
baby's mothers too.
Yeah.
That's the difference between Democrats. I mean, talking about people, not the politicians, everyday people, and Republicans. And I'm just going to use those two categories. So your libertarians and conservatives all fall under Republican. Democrats will vote Democrat no matter what. Republicans will vote with what generally their conscience, their heart, their well-being will say. So if a Democrat does something crazy, Democrats don't care. They're going to vote for them. If a Republican does something crazy, Republican voters start saying, I might not vote for that person. And guess who knows that more than we know that? The Democrats know that, and they play it on us every single chance. So every time a decent candidate comes out or a new candidate comes out, they're a sex offender, they're white privilege, they're racist, they're this, that, and the third. And they said something in their yearbook when they were in 8th grade, and then conservative Republican voters look at that and say, well, if he's a bad guy, I'm not going to vote for him. Where Democrat voters don't care. They'll vote for the Democrat every time.
Well, it's for the good of the party, right?
Yeah, I mean, look
Yep.
at how many people in New
Yeah,
York.
you know, for the good of the party. I remember somebody else saying that many years ago. They said it, in a certain dialect. I believe it was
Oh,
called the
God.
Soviet Union
Oh,
for the good of the party. So all I have to say on that is, da. If we're gonna go for the good of the party, for the Democratic Party, da, Tovarish. That's comrade in Russian, of course. Just to drive the point home.
da.
And you were talking about the Democrat isn't California when that's what is that Circuit 9 over there when they
California is the Ninth Circuit course, yeah.
Ninth
Court,
Circuit,
yes.
and then they just a complete anti-gun there, and they just I guess they're slowly getting their open carry rights or something like that over there. I mean,
Well, that and the 10-round thing became
right.
Yeah, and of course they had to stay on it.
Yeah, they had to stay on it, and then it just it kind of went out the window there.
It's slowly, but it keeps going back and forth. But I mean, once again, like you were saying all about these gun groups, if they all got up and stood up and we were all on the same page, I mean, we can literally pick these anti-gun states all apart and just file them up with lawsuits. Because once the Supreme Court rules in a favor and then they don't do it, I mean, and that's where I think NRA, any the Second Amendment Coalition, I mean, all of them, we all just need to get together and say, let's go after these people.
Yeah.
I've been saying the same thing. That's exactly what I was saying. We all need to get on the same page. All these groups need to 100%. Get together to win this.
Together, yeah. We're gonna lose all together if we don't come together. And for the 2A challenge was to help pull all of us gun owners together and say, hey, it's not about how we carry, because we're all gun owners.
Is it like United We Stand or?
Yeah.
United we stand, divided we fall.
That's right. Yeah, really. You got to think of it that way.
There's another core difference in the Democrat and the Republican. And once again, I'm just being bland and blank just to make it an easy thing to make a comparison.
Of course.
But the Democrat is better at getting together to hate us than we are at getting together.
Because Democrats just go total on party lines and will do whatever the
Well,
hell
no,
people tell them to do.
if we decided we're going to go meet somewhere right now, and we're going to hash it out right here on air that we're going to meet in Washington D.C. on August 1st in 45:55, we'd argue about that until the day of the meeting. I can't go this, that, and the third. If the Democrats say, "Hey, we're going to go hate some people that like guns," then 1,000 of them will show up in 5 minutes.
That is
Oh, yeah.
true. Well, it's
So
because
true.
It's because there's the problem is we don't have any billionaires supporting pro-gun legislation,
Well,
And we all
supporting pro-gun groups, whereas they've got thousands of rich people giving money, left and right to all these anti-gun organizations.
Yeah.
the other thing is we have to plan our scheduling a lot harder because we all have jobs.
Yeah,
Because
a lot of those they don't have jobs. I've actually talked to a few people from moms and accidents. They're like, yeah, this is all we do, and they get paid basically like $12-14 an hour to go around and do this stuff. And I'm like, how do you find these jobs? And, they're within a tight niche of each other. All these anti-gunners can all get together in 1,000, but to get 100 pro-gun people together is very difficult sometimes.
that is all very true, but that is another point of our. I'll just use the word weak. That's a weakness that they use and exploit because they can. It's
And they
it's
do,
it's
and they do it so well. And even for me, like that, I'm at a point where I try to get up in their face, not up in their face, but if I find out they're having a pro or an anti-gun rally, I show up and I'll go out there, even with just an exposed holster, no firearm, because I'm not trying to be a martyr, but I'll definitely let them know I'm a gun owner and I don't like what they're doing. I mean, I've actually been kind of pushed away from a couple of their events because they know who I am and they know that I'm not standing for their BS anymore. And that's specifically down here in Florida. I would love to meet some of them up in Washington.
Yeah. So. All right. Let's talk about the NRA. I know people are. I know you got. Everyone is tired about talking the NRA, but apparently there's trouble in paradise with the NRA because apparently the
I thought
board
we were
is
talking about that.
well, we're going down the line. The board is split on Wayne LaPierre because Alan West called out lies, expresses no confidence in Wayne LaPierre, and there seems to be some trouble on the board. Now, granted, only one person votes on the board, so it doesn't matter if a board member, it dissents with everybody else. Fact is, there's only one guy that votes, and that way,
It's always unanimous.
It's always unanimous.
My take on this, I like what Alan West said. He's one of the guys that's going to go, I'm going to tell you what I think. Honestly, I think members need a vote on who's in the board and drop the board to half of what they are now because there's way too many of them and they're way overpaid. And let us members vote in who we want. Because it's got away from what the members want. It's just like every other political party, and this is gun politics. Really, the NRA has become a gun politic party. It really has. So
it has. So, NRA President Carolyn Meadows told the newspaper in a statement that the entire board is fully aware of these issues, and we have full confidence in Wayne LaPierre. It is troubling and pathetic that some people will resort to leaking information to advance their own agendas, she added. And Alan West, he got really angry. And he said this, I am in my second term as a board member, and I am deeply concerned about the actions and statements being made. The recent statements by Charles Cotton and Carolyn Meadows that are appearing in the Wall Street Journal and other news sources are outright lies. I've never been told, advised, informed, or consulted about any of these details mentioned in the Wall Street Journal, and who knows how much more despicable spending of members' money. These statements have maliciously, recklessly, and purposefully put me and uninformed board members in legal jeopardy.
Have you followed Alan West on Facebook or Instagram or anywhere?
Not yet. Not yet.
I'm telling you, I've been following him for a while. He is staunch, man. I'm like, that's why I keep following him. And I see his posts. I'm like, right on.
He also regarding LaPierre, he had this to say: I do not support Wayne LaPierre continuing as the executive vice president, CEO of the NRA. The vote in Indianapolis was by acclamation, not roll call vote. There is a cabal cronyism operating within the NRA, and that exists within the board of directors. It must cease. I do not care if I draw their angst. My duty and responsibility is to the members of the National Rifle Association and my oath since July 31st, 1982, and has been to the Constitution of the United States, not to any political party, person, or cabal. So apparently he's ticked off. He finally, we're starting to hear some anger from the board members instead of us being angry at the board members, and subsequently the president and vice president and the NRA itself. But it's coming a little late because they should have done something sooner instead of after the fact. So again, there's more to this. Apparently, there's been more. I guess some aren't happy with the way Alan West has been going on about it. But yeah, apparently, it sounds like the board is split. There are some that are siding with Alan West, and then there are some that are siding with, Carolyn Meadows and Wayne LaPierre.
The ones that are siding with Wayne LaPierre are FUDs.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say, I know where I stand on this. I would love to hear everybody that's on the show tonight: Fuss, Gizzard, Kingpin, Sandhill, Travis. I want to hear what you guys think of this, because I know where I stand. I've been watching this from the shadow, kind of, going, I know. What's your thoughts on this whole Alan West thing?
Come on, guys! You can't stay silent. You got to give us your idea, your thoughts, your take on this, because you are a gun owner.
So I can't really say much about it because I am not an NRA member.
Were you an NRA member in the past?
Yes.
So was I.
And the company is an NRA member due to the insurance that I go through because of the firearms thing.
Well, it doesn't matter. You were an NRA member in the past, and maybe you aren't now because of. So, your thoughts?
LaPierre needs to go. That's it. The NRA needs to get back to doing what the NRA is created for. It was created for, or it needs to go. Everything has a start and everything has an end.
What was that song? Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. Yeah. Honestly, like I said, I think we need the NRA, but I get where you're all coming from. Go ahead, Sandhill.
Oh, I just think that, and I'm not a member anymore either. I was once, and then I didn't renew because of the just the trading away of the rights, and I can't I can't support the ILA, and I can't support the NRA without supporting the ILA because all that money goes into the same accounts. If I had my druthers, I would see them split, and the NRA keep doing what it does, and I would be a member tomorrow. And the ILA go separately, be separately funded. The people that want to give to that organization are welcome to, but I would like to support what the NRA does without my money going to LaPierre and Cox peddling away my rights.
So I'm wondering if our money's going there or if industry money is going there.
Have you ever seen that the video? And this is a different topic, but Never Enough Ammo made a video here a couple of years ago about Planned Parenthood and how the donations are the water in one cup and the federal funding is the water in a different cup, and he pours both of those into a middle cup, and he says, "Now drink the water that's the donations, but not the government water."
Right.
It's the same thing. Our money is mixing with the donation money and the industry money and the lobby money. It's all going into one account, and LaPierre and Cox get most of it, and the vast majority of it gets wasted on what I would rather see it be, is to support the safety programs, the NRA instructors, and things like that.
So the NRA still calls me asking for donations and stuff, and I always tell them I will donate once Wayne LaPierre is gone.
How does that go then after you say that? Do they just get off the line, or what do they do?
Some people are like, well, it depends. Some that actually know what they're talking about will be like, well, Wayne LaPierre, yes, he's a figurehead, but the NRA does so much more than what Wayne LaPierre does, and some of them just hang up.
Yeah, some of them try to make the attempt to try and save it, and
well, the thing is they call telemarketers. It's a hired firm. They go off a script, and you can tell which ones are off a script and which ones actually care.
Yeah.
It's a system that's just trying to perpetuate itself until you've got a complete purging of the board, basically, and you eliminate that system. And like we said, the NRA should be separate from the ILA. The NRA should be the education part. The ILA should be the political part, so that the money doesn't go into one general fund. You're never going to see a change. It's too motivated by greed and money. It's not going to change because everybody's in that cycle. And once you get in that cycle, you don't want to give up what you're getting or your benefits. I mean, no. Yeah. I don't. Unless it completely. And like I said, there's a lot of good that comes from what the NRA does, a lot of the programs and a lot of what they have to offer. But the way it's designed and set itself up, it almost feels like a smaller extension of our own political situation that we have in this country right now. So I don't know. I really don't have an answer. I just think that it's just a waste of time even trying to bother. I'm sorry.
Right.
I will say this much, though, after my rant about wanting to see them split, I will say that I think that we still need them. And I've said this many times, they might not be, they might not do what we want them to do, but right now they are taking 99% of the fury of the left. I have never heard anybody say or seen a march with anybody carrying a sign that says, the GOA wants your baby's dead, or SAF wants your baby's dead. It's always the NRA wants your baby's dead, and that's the only lobby organization that the left knows about. And so, no matter how much good or bad they're doing, they are taking the blows. So I think we need them because they're big enough to absorb these hits and to be that punching bag.
I can agree there. You're right. I mean, for the past how many years, the smaller organizations didn't get noticed. It was the biggest one making the most noise.
Yeah. So, of the NRA is the NRA. Anybody else want to weigh in? What about you, Michael?
Even for me, I looked at the NRA. I was a member for about a year, but they weren't active enough. I mean, they do a lot with training and they do take a brunt of a lot of stuff from the left, from everybody that just doesn't like them. I think we do need them, but I think between all these gun organizations, I think we all need to come together. And just like Travis was saying, we need to kind of separate. We need to keep one side political, one side the training aspect. And I think they really do need to kind of maybe start cleaning a little bit of house, whether it be less government, like we always preaching, less government. Get rid of some of the board members that have been there for maybe not so long, but the ones that they're really looking at that you think are the issues. Those are ones that I would really probably say get out of. And that way the members have a better outlook saying, hey, maybe they are trying to do better and clean up what was then, or, you know what I'm saying. But I think we definitely need the NRA. I mean, we need somebody. And even for Florida carry, we're not anywhere near that big. So we definitely need somebody instead of nobody.
Right.
Hey, Night Strike.
Yeah.
Tyven's bugging me. He wants a link. I threw it up in the side chat there.
I just have to mention this. I see that, but Tyven also has 2 eyes, and there's an email address right here on the screen, Tyven. If you want to jump on, you don't bug one of the panel members. You bug the guy who's running the show. And if you can't send me a fucking email, well, then, you know what?
Hey, Nice Strike. How many times have you sent me a message to Gun Channels, link, ? During match shows? Come on now. Come on.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, it's not Armament and Axes and Friends. It's hit or miss. Tuesday night.
It's hit or miss. I'm just saying. I'm like, Tyven, you don't have his email?
That sounds like a kid show, man.
I'll send him a link just to make him happy. I mean, come on.
Tyven, if you want a link, there's an email address right here that you can send an email to and ask.
That's just a good question. I will give you credit for that, Nice Strike. Touche on that one, buddy. Yeah.
So
got to give you a little bit of love on that one.
So, anyways, all right. So, all right. Let's go ahead and talk about it. We have to talk about Spartacus. So, apparently, he has gone. Mr. I Am Spartacus has gone so overboard that even the media outlets are starting to call him out on his ridiculousness. Okay. Apparently, the Washington Post, Glenn Kessler, the Washington Post fact checker, on Monday morning said Booker's comparison of the regulations of toy guns and real guns is specious, giving him 3 Pinocchios for the statements. Wow. If even the Washington Post is fact checking you and telling you are messing up, then there's a problem.
That's like MSNBC saying disarmament is wrong.
Oh, I know. I mean,
the world's coming to an end. What is going on? Are people turning to the right side? I don't know. But oh God.
I know, but
so can you explain the Spartacus thing to people who don't know what we're talking about? Because they probably think we're talking about a movie or something. You know? Yeah.
Spartacus is Senator Cory Booker, the guy who during the Kavanaugh hearings literally went off the rails and said, "I am Spartacus," and they had to take a break, a break from that whole hearing.
Get that man a chill pill.
To get him like a Mountain Dew or a Coca-Cola or a cup of coffee, a cappuccino,
Snickers
a
bar,
latte,
Snickers bar,
or whatever that asshole drinks.
Valium, yeah. Snickers bar.
He takes some doses, but regardless, that's the guy we're talking about. He is ridiculous. He's outspoken. He had his lies on the whole the whole Second Amendment is ridiculous, and he's getting called out for some of this stuff because he's trying to run for president. And this guy, I hate to say it, but Cory Booker makes Dianne Feinstein look like a teddy bear.
You could have just said Rosario Dawson's boyfriend, but
Oh man, I'll tell you, women want to know if he's single. So yeah.
I mean, I didn't want to offend anybody. So, well, not that I really care, but I'm just not going to offend it. So, but yeah, I mean, what else is he saying? Okay, they're fact checking him. They're saying apparently this Kessler of the Washington Post is saying there are clearly many laws and regulations governing the sale, distribution, and use of guns, including the ban against certain types of firearms and design features such as bump stocks, which are banned by the ATF in 2018, technically December, but regardless. Our industry is the most heavily regulated industry in the country. Mark Olivia, a spokesman for the National Shooting Sports Foundation, told the Washington Post. No other industry is as regulated at the federal, state, and local level to the extent our industry is regulated, which include design and performance standards. Rounding out his analysis of Booker's statement, Kessler wrote, firearms at just about every level are highly regulated in the United States. Booker is calling for another level of regulation, but he can't suggest toy guns are even more highly regulated. So,
Are you talking about the Booker thing saying that toy guns are higher regulated than firearms are?
exactly. So people are calling him out for his lies. All right, so I don't have an email from Tyven Armament, so I guess he's just not that interested. Maybe he's put off that I called him out. I don't know.
I just sent him a link. So I sent him a text. I sent him the link. So I'm waiting for the response. He's on vacation this week, so
I mean, I had an email there that everyone out there that is watching Hit or Miss, if you have a question, a comment, a suggestion for a topic for the show, if you want us to talk about guns, guys, email me. Let me know so I can actually have something to go on instead of having to go over, news topics all the time. I don't like going over news topics all the time. I do not. I do and I don't like calling out anti-gunners for stupidity. But again, I like to talk about topics you guys are interested in. So if you have you guys have a comment,
any topics, throw them out there. Right? Yeah.
Let me know.
Yeah.
Don't just post them in the live chat because you guys talk an awful lot in that live chat. It's hard for me to, single out the actual questions and topics from, the banter you guys have.
I got to send Richard Hughes. He just said, am I in or out? I'm like, well, Richard, you're part of this summit, so I got to send him a link too. So I'll be back in a second.
All right. So, guys out there on the chat, if you're watching this, later on, here is the email address, nightstrike1@gmail.com. Let me know what you guys want to hear more often. Give me some input because, I'm doing this day to day. Sometimes I don't even have a topic and we just, rant about stuff. Okay. But
I want to hear about a plug to my channel, but I'm going to jump out. So,
but you know what? Go visit Sandhill Shooters channel. Watch, what was it, 2A Tuesday?
2A Tuesday here coming up at the top of the hour. Thanks, Night Strike, for the link.
Yeah, no problem. Go check out Roll Call 219 if you haven't checked him out. I did the unboxing of a mail call today live of what he sent me. Check out David's channel. He does Kingpin's channel. He doesn't do much, but he does do stuff. Check out Gizzard Gary. He does a lot of great stuff, including Foul Territory every Friday night. So, Rob D. NY Outcast is saying, give us the lottery numbers, Night Strike. If I had them, I would use them first, Rob.
The lottery numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
42? You gotta have 42 in it, otherwise you're not gonna win.
Some Spaceballs, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What moron would use that for his locker combination?
So now we got the guy in here who doesn't know how to email someone.
Excuse me for a minute. I gotta go change the combination on my luggage.
Oh, there we go. There we go. There's a Spaceball reference. So is his setup working, or?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Give me a second. I'll make sure I give you any feedback.
I mean, you got to head out, Travis, for 2A Tuesday?
Yeah, I got a bill, guys. I'm sorry. I'm going to head on over to San Diego
right,
show tonight, though. Yeah, check out my podcast, Caliber Corner, Thursday nights, 5 to 7 Central Time, 6 to 8 East Coast Time over on gunchannels.com. Support GunTube.org. And that's it, man. Appreciate the support. Thank you.
Yeah, I got to scoot too. Nice strike.
Yeah, me too.
Take care, bro.
All right, they're dropping like flies here. So.
We're dying left and right exponentially.
GunTube.org.
What's up?
GunTube.org.
So, Typhon, I've got an email address right here. You can't send me an email? Really?
Do what now? You lost me.
Yeah. He finally got it. I sent it to him. He's like, which email? Blah, blah, blah. Richard's trying to get in. I'm like, I don't have Richard's email. Yeah. Anyway. Hey, Tyvin, what's up, brother?
What's up, buddy?
So,
I actually don't have Richard's email offhand.
Well, that's weird because he's kind of like part of this whole Creator Summit thing.
Oh, Richard, it's got to be a Google email, dude, in order for you to get in.
Yep.
He just sent me an email. That's the wrong one.
So if anybody wants to get on the hit or miss and talk about a topic that we normally would talk about, the email address is right here. It's right here on the screen. I'll make it fixed. That email address. If you have a comment, suggestion for the show, if you want to show us gun pictures, literally just any sort of interaction with the panel and the show, right there. That's the email address. Let me know, because if I don't get an email, how the hell am I supposed to know?
Yeah, I'll be right back, guys. Keep going.
How the hell am I supposed to know? So
I was just going to say, I wanted to send that email to Richard that neither Tyvin and I had his email address. I don't know. I got his phone number, but I don't have his email. But Richard is he's a promoter of the Creator Summit. He's doing all the kind of tech work and back work, and But yeah, I don't have your email address. I'm kind of lost. Hey, he's back.
Ian Thomas, I don't have your email address, your email, so I haven't gotten it yet. Make sure you send it to Nightstrike, the number 1 at gmail.com, and I'll answer it. Here's the thing: we got a comment, we got an email from David Ramirez asking, "Hello, Nightstrike. What are your thoughts on police and military selling off roster guns in CA for 2 to 3 times more than they paid for the guns? Fair or wrong?"
Depends. Are they full auto?
No, they're not. No, they're off roster guns.
No, they shouldn't. They should all be scrapped. I wouldn't buy one of those guns anyhow. They've been used and abused, drop kicked, everything else, shot out.
The point of those guns is they're off roster guns. There's guns you can't buy unless they're used in California because of their handgun laws. And
wasn't Tim from the Military Arms Channel buying those and then selling them and then donating them to an organization in California?
Some people were doing that too, yes. But here's the thing on that. On that, it sucks. I don't like it, but unfortunately, because of the laws in California, you're stuck with people doing shitty things like that in order to make a buck. And your only option, you only have really two options. Either, pay the price, or I guess move and buy the guns you want. And it sucks that I have to say it like that, but with the laws, I mean, keep on fighting the good fight in California if you want to do that. I mean, more power to you. But the issue is, right now, California is a bastion for those that don't want firearms. It's going to be really hard to get any leeway to fight something like that. So if you want to stay in California and continue to fight that, I commend you on your bravery and your courage. But again, as far as the law goes, you're pretty much stuck with that unless you go somewhere else.
Well, and I was just going to say, the funny thing is there's a lot of people that live in California that do not think this way. And I'm telling you, a majority of them don't think that way. And I'm telling you this, that politicians in California are bought and paid for, and that's how they're still in power. It's all about money. And it's not about majority vote. I don't think it is. And if you think it is, well, then they've been buffaloed to live in the cloud society of dreams and unicorns, and they haven't really faced the reality of, oh no, this is what it really is. Yeah, California, right?
Unicorns.
All right,
Yeah.
so we got
Rainbows
another.
and unicorns.
We got another question in from Ian Thomas out there on the chat. He sent an email in saying he's looking at getting another gun. He's thinking either a Colt AR or a SIG 1911.
No.
I'm worried about a ban in the future. Is it time to stock up on the ARs or
No.
go for a pistol?
Neither. Long range, dude. Don't even give them a chance to even get close enough to you if they want to come and get your guns or whatever. If you feel that, no. Just get them when they're way out in the distance and you don't have to worry about them getting close to you. And the reason I said that, go to Fort Scott Munitions or call Fort Scott Munitions. You want to talk to a guy named Steven. He just built me a bolt action 338 Lapula.
Yeah, I got to buy ammo for that thing so I can shoot it this Sunday.
Craftsmanship is awesome. The detail is awesome. The custom work is awesome. They built a custom muzzle brake for the rifle. They go through everything. They micromanage everything. They micro check everything. I'm getting all long range stuff. Look, you only need one AR with 5 different uppers with different calipers. Just trying to get something else, dude. If you've already got 1 or 2 pistols and you're worried about doomsday stuff, don't even worry about it, man. Get you some long range toys. It's about time.
Okay, what Tyven said, under one condition: if you don't already have an AR-15 or a 1911, go out and get one, and then get a long range rifle, like he said.
They're offering lowers for like $29.99, dude.
But again, if he doesn't have an AR-15 or a 1911, you need to go get both, and then you need to get a long range rifle, like you said.
Well, I'm going to say this, Night Strike. I'm going to say this: if you ever get around Tyven and his HM Defense guns, they have been polished to the point of mirror perfection. I don't know why Tyven loves the mirror, but I will give him credit. Those things are so damn shiny that if
they
they're
hurt
in
your
the
eyes.
sunlight, all he's got to do is tip it your way, and he's going to blind you.
I think it may be something to do with the fact that Tyven, likes Snow White. Mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all?
That's right.
Instead it's mirror on the gun. Who's the best looking of the one, or something like that? I don't know.
Yeah. He's a poet and didn't know it.
None.
But I'm showing.
The reason that I did the polish stuff is because you rarely ever see it. Yes, there's a few people out there that's got polished guns or whatever, but I'm the believer of, I work hard for my money. I'm going to get what I want. I want something that's custom to me, something that I did to the weapon. I polished all those. They didn't come that way. I polished them. So I spent hour, 2 hours in the garage with my buffing wheel, my compound, like you spit shined your boots back in the day. You know, I did all that. And if I'm going to spend my money and get something, I want to get something that I want, that's for me, that's just for me and nobody else, and nobody else has got one. That's my whole point. You know, if I'm going to spend my money, I'm going to spend it the way I want to spend it.
Yeah.
Now, to get back to the AR deal. All right, California's got a bunch of stupid laws out there. And you got to get these, what they call them, anti-function or non-function, whatever, what do they call that? Where it's self-functioning. You can't like automatically push a button to drop it. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Get all your parts that you need to build a regular AR, but don't build it. Pack it in grease, set it in the side, bury it, do whatever. That way, if shit ever does hit the fan, you can build a regular AR. Or if the law changes, then just put it together and you're fine. That way, you've got a fully functioning, compliant gun. Now, if Missouri passes their gun-free state laws, there's going to be a lot of people moving to Missouri, dude. A lot. I hope that passes, dude.
And maybe that's what they're banking on.
Oh yes.
And if that works for them and things go better for them doing that, then that might push more states to fall in line.
Yep.
So
Yoder says he wants to see it. All right. Well, give me a couple seconds. Let me run upstairs. Chris, if you want to go over the 3-gun stuff, somebody was asking me earlier about all that, and I'll be right back.
I was just going to say, I'm not sure what the 3-gun's going to entail at the summit. I'm going to be there. We're going to be there the 19th, which is Sunday. I have to see what I have to work with the area. And Tim and I have talked about this, and it's like, well, I have to see what I have to work with space and what I got to set up, and it's got to be quick. I mean, if you're going to have a bunch of people competing, you can't go, we're going to shoot hundreds of rounds. You know what I mean? It's going to be 6-8 rounds here, 6-8 rounds. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. As soon as I get get there Sunday, I got to look at the pistol range. I've seen it before, but I never really, took account of it. So I'm going to try and figure out what we're going to do for the 3-gun, but yeah, it'll be fun.
Right. So is this the polished gun?
Oh, shiny.
All right.
Put your sunglasses on.
Does he have them there?
Do what now?
All right. Show us the shiny.
All right. This one here is the one I just had built. We went up to HM Defense Wednesday. This is the Titan 243. Now, what I ended up doing is I bought a 308 upper and lower. This is the 308 upper that's originally to this AR-10. And then
Did you make that one shiny too?
Yes, and they engraved the Titan Show and HM Defense 308 Avenger, and it's done here on the handguard, HM Defense, and then the Titan Show, and then CNS Engraving did the handrail. Oh, I guess you can't see it there. My fault.
Yeah, that was nice.
It's using my laptop camera. Sorry.
Yeah, don't worry about it. So that's the 308 upper.
So this is the 308 upper, and which is the original AR-10 that I bought. And then, like I said, we just got this one in. This one here is the M243 Titan by HM Defense. It's an upper. And then we also have it in a 6.5 Creedmoor upper as well.
Okay, I got a question. So, why didn't you get a stainless steel barrel?
Because these are HM Defense barrels. They make these. They also have the battle bolt, and then they also have the monoblock gas ports in them. Well, the 6.5 doesn't have the monoblock. It doesn't have a gas.
I mean, for aesthetics.
Well, I don't care what it looks like on the barrel, dude. The handguard covers it.
Okay, I'm just saying it would look nicer if it was all uniform. You know.
Yeah,
That's how I was
if it was shiny as everything else,
Yes.
Tim.
yeah, you know.
So, I bought them through them because they have the monoblock barrels and they have the battle bolts. They just got all their patents, and them bolts, they fixed the flaws in the bolts.
Mhm.
And in the monoblock barrels, the gas port that's in the front of your barrel, you got your gas block that comes on, and then you got your gas tube. There's
Right.
no longer a gas block. Now the 6.5's got a regular gas block on it, but the 5.56, you never have to worry about gas block problems ever again. They did away with them. It's actually made as part of the barrel when the barrel is made. And they warranty all their stuff. So if something goes wrong, you just say, hey, this is what's wrong. You send it or drive down there and they'll look at it, evaluate it, and replace it. It's no questions asked.
Right.
So, but that was my cheapest way of doing it is I bought one AR with 3 different barrels. So I have 3 different calibers. Now, I also got the 50 cal from Safety Harbor Firearms that sits on an AR-15 lower. And then
I wanted to get one of those, but now there's some question of legality with those.
They're now
No.
for sale. Only thing that's
Yeah.
different is now they're serialized. You have
Yeah,
to
you
fill
have
out
to
your
go-
paperwork.
Yeah, you got to go through a dealer, and whatever it's going to cost you, whatever your local FFL is going to charge you. If you're an FFL, then it don't cost you anything. But if you want an upper, you go to your local FFL. My buddy charges $20.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ghost Shadow out there saying that polish on your rifle gives your position away too much.
If you can see my gun, you're already a dead man.
I said the same thing. And look, I'm the opposite. Hey, there's Richard. I'm the opposite of Tyven. I camo the crap out of my guns. It's like, no, Tyven's like, I'm gonna polish this thing until it's so shiny.
You know why that is,
I'm
right?
not joking. Funny, Richard. I'm not joking.
Okay.
When he shot it on the pistol range at the last summit, the sun was shining, and I'm glad I had my sunglasses
Okay, so
on. I'm like,
who's this other guy you keep inviting people to my show?
This is Richard Hughes. He is the other
I'll be right back.
part of this summit.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll be right back.
Okay. Richard, welcome to Hit or Miss. Even though I didn't give you links,
I did. Tell us, Richard, who you are and why you're here.
Blame Armament Naxes and look at him and shake your finger. Yeah. But again, tell us about this Creator Summit that's going on.
So Creator Summit Sunday, and so it's an open to everybody event. There's free camping. If you're under 18 or 18 or under, you have to be accompanied by an adult. The camping is free. The event is $30, and Typhon, you got a cigar going there? What do you got?
No, it's the Jewel.
Oh, okay.
And Richard, the summit this Sunday is just the mini. The big one this fall.
Spring Fling.
So I challenged Hank to a race to the summit, and even though he's got about 400 more horsepower than my car, I think I can beat him because I don't have to make as many fuel stops.
Are you doing 100 Walter bucks or what?
I mean,
there you go.
I don't want to get on to the thing about Hank because he doesn't answer his emails.
Yeah, he does.
You know something, Night Strike? It's my fault. It's totally my fucking fault. I gotta get with Hank.
No, I've sent him emails individually before, and I guess he just doesn't do email.
Just show up at his house.
Yeah. No, I don't want to get shot. That's the point.
Yeah. Hey, this is the gun that was blinding Chris when we were out to the range. This is the HM Defense 9mm.
Oh, that's
nice. My sunglasses.
And it's got a sight mark anniversary on top of it, and I got off a Cody Boy 32, and it's polished too.
Oh my God, where's my?
And this is my 9mm, my little house fun toy.
What's wrong with the buffer tube?
Apparently, we're getting requests out there for you guys to do some live shows at the summit.
Oh well, we're planning on it.
To do
Like
some
I
what
said,
now?
live shows.
Oh yeah,
Live streaming, live shows. Do something.
I will say this: I don't know how good our signal is there. It's not terrible. It's in and out, but we'll do what we can. Like I said,
I hate to say it, being King of Geeks, I was thinking about a solution for that and how I might be able to make that work.
Oh, you go, Richard.
Wait a minute, you missed me. What do you mean live? We was going to at the event?
Yeah. And Richard's
we're
figured
totally
out
doing
how
that.
to superpower our Wi-Fi doing it. What? Go, Richard. What? How?
Yes.
It's just severe geekery. I don't know if I want to bore the crap out of people, but
I don't know if you guys have heard about this website. It's called GunTube.org, where we host Second Amendment videos, and the org's motto is the digital preservation of the Second Amendment.
I give you permission to copy and paste and use any of my content that's related to guns from the Tyven Show or the Creator Summit or Gun Streamer that I've posted for the Tyven Show. You guys are more than welcome to use any of that content.
I've actually been running GunTube longer than Gunstreamer by at least a year.
Yeah, I'm just wondering where it was located. That's all.
I can tell you this, Richard and Tim, that Night Strike, he's a geek. He knows tech shit.
So do you allow live streaming on Gunstreamer or GunTube?
On GunTube, I do, but the problem is, I don't have any funding. I'm running this all out of my own pocket, so I haven't actually been able to buy a firearm this year because I've been funding it myself.
I want to get him on Hank's show. He's asked me in the past, and
I've even sent emails to Hank about GunTube and other things.
We need to get him on the show. I just
never checked it because I think Hank is trying to do his own GunTube thing.
Well, I can say this: Night Strike is like in your face, but you know something? Go watch some of the freaking people Hank has on. They're in your face. What was Stilettos and Guns? Not in your face. I mean, really? And honestly, Night Strike, it's nothing against you. I love what you're doing, and we need to promote. You have energy. You have that energy that is. It's I could go.
Mr. shall not be infringed. Let's just put it.
Yeah, there it is. And honestly, I want to get him on Hank's show. I really do. I told him a while back. I said I could see what I could do. Life's busy, blah blah blah. And he hit me up, and he's like, oh, what about Hank? I'm like, come on, give me. Honestly, I want to get him on Hank's show.
The secret to getting on Hank's show is not to talk to Hank, talk to Lola.
Oh yeah, well.
Yes. Real quick, Mountaineer, contact ATI. They did a lot of these stocks for the keg shotguns for Walter, or call Walter's office Monday, I don't know, 10 o'clock in the morning to 3 in the afternoon, whatever. You want to talk to Peggy. She does all the stock stuff. So sorry, guys, go ahead.
All right. Good. Those questions out there. All right, guys.
No. But we will be doing some live streams out there, some Instagram. We have service up on top of the hill, but if you're coming up through the valleys to come to the event, there is no phone service anywhere down through them valleys. So if you get stuck or you get lost, make sure you print it out or get your GPS or whatever before you head into the backwoods, because there's no service until you're on top of the hill out there.
That's just like my drive into Charleston from where I live, because I live outside of Charleston, South Carolina. And when I drive into Charleston, it's like a 40, 50-mile drive. When I drive in, there are a couple spots along the path that there are dead zones where I don't have any phone service whatsoever, internet or otherwise.
Yes, I drive down through there a lot. Yes,
I was just going to ask, Tyven, how many times you've been down that way.
I get down there. Yeah.
You should have Night Strike's number, and you could hit him up and go to the Waffle House or something for pancakes.
Best thing I'd say is get Verizon.
So
get Verizon. They got the best service that you can get.
I have Verizon. Verizon. So even with Verizon, there are places where there's just no service. Period.
That is true.
When you get in between the mountains,
it's just not that. It's not that I just don't have service. That's for all providers in the area.
Yeah, there's nothing down in them areas down there. The towers don't reach through the valleys and the hollers and stuff. Yeah. So real quick, if anybody's interested in coming to the Creators Summit this Sunday, if you're not a creator and you want to get started, this is a prime opportunity to come. You can ask me questions on videoing, how to video, how to talk to the camera, how to react to the camera, what programs we use, how to do this, how to do that. It's just not about guns. Creator Summit is all based around collaboration with guys who want to get in and start a Facebook page or an Instagram page or YouTube or all of the above, and be able to create some content and work with some other channels. Now, the one of the main reasons is collaboration, and two, a lot of companies, it's not that they won't deal with smaller creators. You just don't have the audience enough for them to say, hey, we'll work with you, send you stuff, do this, do that. Well, the Creator Summit is, okay, we got guys from 0 subscribers to about 100,000. I think it'd be 1-2 guys here with over 1 million. But we will have companies there that you can approach. You know, it's like SHOT Show in the NRA, but it's smaller. So you get more of a contact, more of a one-on-one, work with them, interview them, and you're at the gun range. So you can not only shoot their stuff, or they can shoot yours and show you what you need to do to make yours better. I mean, be wise. Don't be stupid and waste your money and buy junk. But everybody that I've involved there are great guys with good equipment and good everything. I mean, I just didn't take companies like Igloo or whatever say, hey, we want to come to your event. No, well, I don't like your products. So that's how I've approached it. If I use their products and I work with them and I'm endorsed and I endorse them, they're the companies that will be there. So just saying. So it gives everybody an opportunity.
I was going to say last summit was fun. It was the first one. It was short notice.
Yes.
We had X amount of people there, but it was short notice. I was going to say, Tim, I wanted to tell you about this, that I got to get with Splatterburst. We have used Splatterburst targets exclusively in a lot of our videos, and that's just because they work. And I thought to myself, Splatterburst, I'm going to send you.
Well, we need to talk with Tom to see whether or not, because those fields out there, he bails, and then he does exclusive hunting and catered hunting out there. So anything that would not be environmentally friendly or something that we have to pick up or pollute the water and stuff out there. I don't know. I'm just saying, when we get there Saturday or Sunday, we need to sit down and talk to Tom.
Tim, Splatterburst are a target that's like, what's the other one? What do you want to call them? All it is you shoot and you can see them. Shoot and sees? Yeah, Splatterburst.
Oh, like the flashlights, and you shoot it flashes a light or whatever.
No, it's
signal. It's got like a neon back to it.
When
so
you shoot
the hole goes through.
Look at all our videos. We have used those targets exclusively, and
that'd be good for night shooting, dude.
No, it's just shoot and see type targets.
Gives you a high contrast.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I said to Derek, I said, man, we've used these targets a lot, and I got to send an email to him and go, hey, you know something, guys? You want to send us targets, and we'll
send me. Come as a representative. Bring your targets. We're not asking you for free product. Hey, bring your stuff. Let everybody shoot it. Let everybody see it. See how it's being used. And if somebody wants to buy them on the spot, make sure you bring supplies with you.
Yeah, and if nobody's ever actually shot to 1,000 yards or a mile,
Yes.
it's different, and like I said, I have shot before I went there, I had shot out to over 500 yards, but when I got there, I got to shoot farther and farther and farther, and my brother and I both hit the 12 by 12-inch steel plate at 1,000 yards with our AR-15s. Yes, we were aiming like 16 feet high, but we did it.
Yeah. Well, this is also an opportunity not only to work with companies and collaborate. You're going to have the opportunity to go from 1 foot to 100 feet with a pistol, and you can literally walk over here about 20 steps, get on a shooting bench, and you can walk your way out to 1,000 at 12 o'clock, and then go right over about 1:30, 2 o'clock, and there's the 1 mile right there. Now, Tom does suggest that you get yourself out to 1,000 first, get on target, and then go for the 1 mile. I mean, if you're an experienced shooter, you know what you're doing. Well, that's different. But a lot of people haven't shot over 500 yards. Most ranges are between 300 and 600 yards. This is out to 1,000, and you literally can go like this and go right for the 1 mile. I mean, it literally just turned a little bit. So, and then there's rows of targets down the right. There's rows of targets down the center. There's a row down the left side. And at 600 yard, there's a great big cinder berm that goes across it. And he's got about 7 or 8 targets that goes right across that. I think it's 800 yards. No, it's 600. Right across there, there's 150 cal target there. And there's 150 cal target out to the 1 mile. There's only 2 targets you can shoot with a 50 cal. Everything else, 338 Lapula, 6.5, 243, a 408, anything you want to shoot. 5.56. I shot a 5.56 out to 1,000 yards out there at Thunder Valley. Now,
that's what I was just saying. My brother and I did the same thing. Yeah.
At the 1,000 yards, he's got targets on a berm. And then above that, he's got 6x6s up with crossboards, and you can actually put paper on at 1,000 yards. And then you can sit there and you can dial your gun in to try to get the smallest group as you can possibly get. If that's what your challenge is for yourself, you can go out and put paper up there and you can get your group down as small as you want. There are paper targets available at 1,000 yards. Now, you have to provide your own paper, but the paper targets are there, the holding block or whatever you want to call it. It's an opportunity.
Caliber.
Yeah, the backer's there.
Thank you.
Targets on. Yes. And honestly, B-27 targets would work great at 1,000 yards. The old silhouette B-27s. Yeah.
So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I got 12 bottles of Binary X left, and we're going to take them out. You can't set them on the ground, and you can't put them in trees and stuff, but we're allowed to hang a binary product no bigger than a softball.
I'm just going to say this, that me and Tyven have a history of binary X products.
Yeah, we blew a car up.
I can do that if I wanted to.
Yeah, nothing like blowing something up to make it, to exercise your constitutional rights. Let's blow something up.
My range is my backyard because I live in South Carolina, freedom and whatnot.
Yeah.
The only issue is I don't have any restrictions on tannerite other than I need to call up the local county sheriff's department and tell them, by the way, I'm blowing some tannerite up in the middle of my yard, in my backyard. It's in the county. So if you hear noise from this area, it's probably me.
I don't think you can buy tannerite anymore. Binary X products, they changed the formula. You're not allowed to buy ammonium nitrate anymore as a civilian. I'm trying to think. Spicomite is Jonathan from Binary X created a company called Spicomite, and they make a product that goes off for percussion, not as a direct hit. I don't think you can buy tannerite. If you do see it on the shelves, that's all that's left. I know they changed a bunch of laws in regards to that, so make sure you check your local and state city laws.
As I said, I live in South Carolina. PSA has literally a tannerite aisle.
Yes.
Okay,
So,
it's always in stock. People buy the stuff, and the shelf goes empty. The next day, the shelf.
okay. Well, I'm just saying, checking into it. I'm only going by what Jonathan had told me, that they're no longer going to be allowed the materials to be sold to the general public. I don't know if it got into effect or not, or if that's coming down the pipe.
Product that is.
Y'all realize that your lawn fertilizer is ammonium nitrate, right?
Yeah.
I am not subject to chemical analysis during a live stream due to somebody's safety.
Okay, I'm just telling you that, you know.
Yeah.
But the expressed opinions of the
There you go.
Yeah.
are not necessarily the opinions and views of Night Strike or Hit or Miss.
Yes.
So, just FYI.
There you go. Yes. Hey, number one rule, no matter what you're doing, cover your butt. When in doubt, and you think you're going to go to rule number two says go back to rule number one and reread.
Cover your butt.
That's right. So, Richard, what was your thoughts on the amplification of getting signal up there? You got something that we're going to be able to use? I mean, I get good signal, but it's choppy once in a while.
Yeah, I didn't bring any geek gear with me. I'm at the Orlando outpost right now. I'm not at the Southern Command, where all the geek gear actually, maybe I could retrofit something to work. Let me think about that. Maybe I do have enough gear here.
Well,
Yeah.
Here's what you could do. If you have more than one cell phone, you could set one cell phone up to be a dedicated hotspot for internet. Okay, and you can live stream
Yes.
from a laptop or through another cell phone, hopping off of that signal. Okay?
Yes, but I think you only get 2 bars of 4G up there. You won't be able to do more than 1 or 2 devices, and you'd have to shoot it in 360 in order to do it.
So the only other option would be to see if you can get internet there, which probably
No, there's no
Type it-
internet there.
You got a drone, right?
Drone? Yeah, I got a drone.
Oh, I was just gonna say, you got a drone. You could fly the drone up with the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, you got
Oh.
you got 19 minutes to download your video before the drone battery goes dead.
Oh, dude, you got the old drone. I've seen your drone. It's a big, huge drone. And you forgot to turn the camera on for the binary X.
Yes, I know.
200-foot extension cord and just plug it in.
There you go.
Well, actually, that's another project I want to work on. Is
generator to plug it in, of course.
My drone, I got one of those great big bastards. I want to get a sheet and drape over it and then black out the flashing blue and red lights and then fly it across town to see if anybody notices a ghost flying across town. So I live in a small little town with a bunch of hillbillies, you know.
How many people report UFO?
Yeah.
you need to say Mountain Williams, you know.
Yeah. So, well, you got rednecks and you got hillbillies and all this other stuff. We hillbillies here in Ohio, man, where I'm at.
All right, guys. So we're gonna end this out.
Okay.
We may not necessarily leave the chat right away, but we got to end this one because we gone over. So thank you all for watching Hit or Miss tonight. Armament Axis, go check him out. Rich, do you do anything on YouTube?
Oh yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, sure. If you just go to flyingrich.com, that's where all my social media is. So all of my YouTube videos, tech gear, guns, whatever it may be. So flyingrich.com.
Hey, Night Strike, I can tell you, Rich is a pro at crashing planes and surviving. Twice.
Yeah.
He's done it twice.
He's not a pro at crashing internet connections.
No,
Yeah.
he's really good at all that IT crap like you guys.
So we also have Tyven here. So Tyven, go ahead and plug your channel, even though you're bigger than I am.
So I think got nothing to do with it. It's the magic in the wand and how you use it. That's all.
I guess you just ruined the illusion for me. Thanks.
Yeah.
I feel like I need a bath now.
Hey, if you're having issues, just rub a little bit of Bengay on it. You'll be fine. It's the Tyven Show. I do gaming, and with all the gun stuff, I started getting involved back into the guns. So I've converted half my channel over into guns. We created the Creator Summit. You can also go over to the YouTube Creator Summit. Check me out there. It's a picture of my lovely face. Instagram, HC Tyven. And if you guys are interested in coming or you like to start a channel, whatever, this is a prime opportunity. Go to creatorsummit.us. Richard, that you see here with the Tyven Show hat on, he's running the website for me. And that emails both of us. So if you're interested and you want to come on the 19th, which is this Sunday, drop us, fill out the information. They'll drop us an email and we'll get back to you. And then the main event is September 13th, 14th, 15th. The 13th is just for setup for the companies. The actual event is on the 14th and 15th. So I appreciate everybody. And I try to drop in once in a while, nice, try and catch the streams, but usually I'm getting ready to go to bed. And I can only catch 25, 30 minutes of it, and then I got to go. But thanks for having me on. I appreciate it, man.
I'm sorry that I run a little too late for you, old man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you see the grays?
Yeah.
I'm older than he is. The problem is Tyven is an OTR driver, and he's got a busy life.
Thank you, Grandpa. Thank you, Grandpa.
Yeah, Grandpa.
Richard's older than me, so whatever.
Oh, am I the old man of the bunch?
Whatever.
Yeah.
Thanks
for having me on, guys.
Anyways, guys, thank you all for watching, guys. Remember, again, check out nightstrike.com. I've got links to all my social media and everything there. Check out GunTube.org. That's, the two-way platform that I'm hosting and losing my shirt on for gun videos. So check that out. And, again, if you're not a member, go ahead and go to gunchannels.com and sign up. It's the Facebook for guns and more. So check that place out, too. So with that, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for giving us some questions to answer tonight. Remember to keep them coming. Again, give us suggestions, feedback for the show, topics you want us to talk about, all that. Remember to continue to email us. Otherwise, we don't know what you guys want to talk about. So with that, thank you all for listening. This was Hit or Miss.
Thank you.
Shut up, infringed!